Test, I'm audible. Acha, you there? Sandra, are you there?
Hi.
Yes.
Yes,
Hello,
yes, I'm here.
hello.
Hello, good evening, Acha and Sandra. Welcome back to Kobi Education. How are you feeling today, Acha?
Hi, dear. I'm a little bit sick right now, so I won't be able to actually open my camera. I think maybe later when I answer some question, but for the whole class, I don't think I can do it.
It's all right, Acha. I'm really sorry that you're not feeling good at the moment. You're feeling under the weather. Hopefully, please get well really, really soon. Yes.
All right, thank you, hi, dear.
You're welcome. What about you, Sandra? How was your weekend so far?
Can you see my video? Because I already opened my camera, but I
No,
cannot
it's not
see.
visible.
Okay, I think after this I need to leave and join again.
Oh, it's
So
okay. How was
basically, basically almost the same with Acha. I sorry I missed our last class because I got the flu and it's still not getting better till today. Because over the weekend I got several events in Bandung and it's really not helping.
Oh my God. Why ever not
I
everyone
think there
feel
are, yeah, I
no,
think there
was it because of the pollution in Jakarta?
I believe so. I believe so.
Would you
Because
please explain to me how worse it is?
where are you basically staying?
I'm in my hometown in East Kalimantan,
Oh,
specifically in Kuta
okay.
Kartanegara Regency, so I cannot really relate to your issues. So now I want to sympathize. Uh, if you
Oh,
would,
you're in the new capital, in our new capital, yeah.
yes. So
So
how's
yeah,
there?
yeah, I believe it's because of the pollutions because there are some of my um colleagues as well having the same issues.
Yeah.
And in my case, this sore throat and the flu is worse in the morning.
Wow.
So
Mm.
when I because I use Gojek, right, to go to office.
Yeah, to
And
Budapest.
right, if it's um crowded traffic with traffic jam in the office, it will get worse.
Mm. So how do you cope with the pollution then?
I I wear mask
Mhm.
when I even if I walk on the sidewalk, when I ride Gojek, but I don't think because I only wear the normal surgical mask, right?
Mhm.
I don't think it maybe it helped for the bigger particle one, but I don't think like for the other gas or smaller particle it can filter out
Mhm.
everything. So
Mhm.
mass is help, but not that helpful for the pollution in Jakarta.
That's why I can sum up that it's not really fully sufficient. So are you taking medication or something to, you know,
Yeah, only vitamins and symptomatic medication as usual. But if I continue going to the office like 3 days in a row, I don't think it helps. So today I'm working from home,
wow,
so it is better. But
that's
I don't know. Tomorrow, I my schedule is going to the office, so I don't know.
mhm. Wow. Please get well really, really soon as well, Sandra.
Thank
Uh
you.
yes. I think now it's became Tara, it's became, you sure?
Become, sorry.
Yes, it has become issue. Yes, Tara. Now let's forget about the pollution. I want to talk about our last week.
Mhm.
Thing we all know that it's Indonesian Independence Day,
Oh
right?
yeah. Happy
Tara,
Independence Day, all.
yes, happy Independence Day. Tara, I want to ask you, have you participated in any Independence Day events or activities? And what did you do last week?
Oh my god, this is so unfortunate. I'm so sorry. I just snuggling on my bed. I'm so sorry. The whole day. I don't do anything. I didn't go out from
Uh-huh.
my room. I I wish that I could participate in a competition, right? It must be so, you know, memorable.
Mhm.
Make me memorize the childhood memory, I think.
Is it because we are already adults? That's why we don't need to, celebrate uh, the Independence Day like we used to do it when we were a child?
I don't believe so. Is that the problem of our life
Mm. Oh,
choices?
choices. Okay.
Right,
All right.
right. Because I have my colleagues as well back then at the village.
Mhm.
They still celebrated, they still participate. They
Mhm.
even became the organizer of the competition. It's because I do not belong to any
Community.
community. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? So I don't have a partner, friends to celebrate those together. It's
Mhm.
really unfortunate.
Please don't be sorry. I think you're not alone. I think most of us have been occupied by our work. That's why. But I think just because we don't celebrate how common people celebrate, it doesn't mean we don't have that nationalism or patriotism. I'm just justifying ourselves. But anyway, let's go to Lendi. Lendi, still talk about Independence Day. What are some traditional foods that people enjoy during Independence Day in your communities?
Is there any traditional food?
You tell me, I don't know.
Because I don't know as well. I mean, like, if the competition, yeah, sure. As we know, there are a lot of competitions, but for specific traditional food, I don't think so. Um, However, I can say that my housing complex has, what is called tirakat. I think they call tirakatan, malam tirakatan. So when everybody just gather around together, having fun, and eating together, having dinner together, but in the style of what is it called, like nasi liwet, like together, very long, and you eat uh as the what is it called, the banana leaf as the plate, kind of that.
So
But if
is
Mhm.
it like a tumpeng or something?
No, I think for the food, there is no specific food such as tumpeng, just like a normal food in our daily life.
I see. Thank you so much, Landy, for sharing. Now,
Thank
Alia,
you.
you there?
Yes, sir. Sorry
Alia,
for being late.
no, don't. It's okay. We're just starting. Alia, have you learned any Indonesian Independence Day songs or dances?
Uh, Actually, uh, when 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 we celebrate our Independence Day, I just in my dormitory and I was studying at that
Mhm.
time. And then when my puskesmas, what is puskesmas in English?
I don't know. Clinic?
Yeah, no, it is different with the clinic.
Mm.
Like the polar puskesmas like that.
Mhm.
Uh, had an event
Mm.
for for the
I
celebration.
So you're
Uh,
not really sing a song. You're not really singing a song or dancing. You're just working.
uh, no, I joined
Hmm.
the
competition,
Mhm.
but I was studying joined that competition. So when my friends turned,
Mhm.
I was studying at that time.
I see. All right, Alia, thank you so much for sharing your celebrations. Now, I want to go to Litani. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Litani, where have you been?
Uh, last week, I'm joined my no. I have been rapat
A
with
meeting?
meeting with my OSIS because we are celebrate Independence Day.
Yes. Talking about Independence Day, how do your family and friends usually celebrate Independence Day?
We usually just do more do what is lomba? I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Please don't be sorry.
I'm
Uh,
nervous.
competitions.
Yeah, we're doing competition and meet together with my family and talking like that.
Mhm.
So
Family gathering, competition.
yeah,
So,
family gathering
mhm. Be-
and just talking and eating together and to celebrate our Independence Day.
what kind of competitions did you do with your friends or families?
Like balap karung or eating kerupuk
Mhm.
and
How do you say keropok in English?
kerupuk, chips.
Chips?
Crackers.
Crackers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry again.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Litani, for sharing
Okay,
your
thank you.
events. Now, I want to go with Shabrina. Shabrina, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Shabrina. Still about Independence Day. I'm wondering, in your case, what are some common colors or symbols associated with Indonesian Independence Day?
Um, Pardon me, Hayden. I don't understand what you mean.
Yes, I'm gonna repeat. What are the common symbols associated with Indonesian Independence Day?
Um, I
Mhm.
think the symbol is flag with the color of red and white. Um, I don't know how to elaborate it.
No, it's right. That is the color of Indonesian flag. Thank you so much, Shabrina. Aldo, are you there?
Yes.
Aldo, I'm wondering, still about Indonesian Independence Day, are there any historical figures related to Indonesian Independence Day that you find so interesting?
Yeah, I found Soekarno to be the most interesting hero from Indonesian because he was one of the patriot who become the first president at the Independence Day.
All right. Next,
Sorry, sir. I'm
yes.
sorry.
Mhm.
Uh, I have just sent my record in our WhatsApp group.
Uh-huh.
Do you know that?
No. What do you mean? I don't really understand what you're talking about.
Our record task.
Mhm. Ah, I see. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Would you would you would what will you what will we learn about in this session? Is
Yes.
about our recording last week or not?
yeah, we're going to go in that part. Before that, let's open the class by discussing Independence Day first, okay?
Okay, sir.
Right.
But I'm
It's
sorry,
okay. It's
I just sent
No,
it.
don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to check your recordings and I'm going to listen to it and but now let's talk about Independence Day first. Yeti, are you there? Yeti?
Hello, Edith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeti, have you seen any special parades or ceremonies in your community to celebrate Independence Day last week?
Yes, there were some occasions, there were some parades that was happening in my neighborhood last week because they celebrated the Independence Day, and I think it's quite interesting to see people gathering around to celebrate our Independence Day. But it's very unfortunately that I couldn't be part of them because at the time I went to Yogyakarta to take my son for the tennis tournament. So, but I'm very happy for them.
Mhm. What's the festival about? What are they doing? What were they doing or anything?
So it's kind of what is it, morning jogging. So it's not a jogging. It's they kind of have a brisk walking, and then they wear the uniform, the red and white uniform, and also the kids especially they decorated the bikes with some ornaments. So and then they compete each other with that.
All right, thank you so much for your descriptions, Yeti. It's a very you produce various advanced adjectives there. That's why I'm asking you these questions to for you to practice your adjectives and descriptions. Well done, Yeti. Last but not least, Clara, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Clara, still about Independence Day. I think you
Okay.
are the last person that I'm going to ask you about. What does the concept of independence mean to you personally?
Okay, I think that is very interesting question to answer. Maybe for what I know, Independence Day for me, you can be deliberated and you can have your right, your human rights, like basic human rights to live, to develop yourself. And I think the most essential thing in Independence Day, which is you are not you are not suffered from any discrimination, yeah,
Pressure.
something like that, pressure. And yeah, I think it's very enjoyable to celebrate our Independence Day last weekend.
Lovely. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your Independence Day celebrations. I think it's enough for the introduction. Welcome back, everyone. Please turn on your cam if it's possible so I can see your beautiful and handsome faces and having this engaging and interactive conversation. Today is going to be about reading sessions. We're going to practice reading sessions today, and tomorrow is going to be our final session to practice your IELTS speaking part 1, part 2, and part 3. But before that, I want to know, because I skipped our very first and initial reading session before, that's why I haven't known your pretest results in terms of the IELTS reading pretest. So please open your chat box and please share with everybody how your pretest was, specifically your IELTS reading pretest. How many did you get right? 6.5. Although that's a very good starting point. 6, Sandra. Another? 7. Wow. Landy, that's awesome. 5.5, Sabrina. Thanks for sharing. I'm still waiting for the others. This is really important to share with everybody, so we can compare your pretest and your post-test after having so many sessions with me or Miss Rina later on. Tara 6.5, Clara, you forgot, it's okay. All right, now I want to know your target score. So for your official IELTS reading test, how many do you want to achieve? 7.5, 7.5, all right, 7.5, 7, all right, 7, the others, 7.5, all right, now, I'm going to go back with Acha. Acha, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Acha, did you attend the first reading session?
Yes, I attended halfway.
Would you please sum up the insights or takeaways that you learned from her?
All right. Since I'm only joining for half of the class, I think what I can learn so far is that we don't really have to fully read the sentences and the passage that been given to us later in the test, but we have to skim it and basically we have to see the first question and then I mean the first group of questions, and then after that we have to read it again. I mean so we don't have to read it all the way. And
Yes.
then when we answer the question about true, false, or not given, she says that in reading part, it always there's no paraphrasing in the in this session. She says that if the question asks you the exact same thing, so it will be stated also in the passage that's been given to us.
Okay. There are 3 lessons that Acha already shared with us, everybody. But I'm still questioning the last one. What do you mean by no paraphrasing? Because in my understanding, there's a paraphrasing system in reading in IELTS reading test. But before that,
yeah. Okay, I think what she meant is in speaking in reading quiz, she meant is if there's a question about A, maybe it will be stated in the passage. We don't have to see it implied. We will see it explicitly. I think that's what she meant.
we're going to prove that point and lesson later on, whether or not the words in the questions booklet are paraphrased or not compared to the passages. But I love your first and second ideas about we don't need to read all. Actually, we need to read all because skimming means read all, but you don't need to read carefully. Like you have to read and understand every single word's definition and translation. No, you don't need to understand all the vocabulary. It's a very heavy passage. You don't need to know all the words. But skimming means, anybody knows what is skimming?
Speed reading.
Yes, speed reading. So you have to read fast. Your abilities to read as quick as possible. What about scanning?
Looking
Maybe
for keywords only.
Yes.
a word, a certain word.
Yes, scanning means looking for a particular information, or in terms of words, phrases, something like that. So basically, in IELTS reading test, it's only about challenging our skimming and scanning skills. All right, I think that those are the only two important essentials that we need to have. But your second idea, I forgot, Acha. What did you say? The second lesson. What did you say again? The second lesson?
The second lesson is we have to read the question first.
Yes, read the questions first and then you can go to the passage. All right. Now, how many questions are there in IELTS reading test? How many questions?
40.
40 questions divided into how many passages?
4.
4?
I think it's 4.
3.
I think it's 3.
Yes. So if you have 40 questions divided into 3 passages, so how many questions on each passage?
13.
13? Yes, 13 to 14. And how long is the duration?
1 hour.
1 hour sharp. Now, did you know how many questions types in IELTS reading test? Please.
16.
16? Wow, that's a lot of number. Another guess? Another prediction on the chat box, please, or unmute yourself. How many question types in IELTS reading? In the listening, we know there are 6 question types, right? What about in IELTS reading? First thing first, we are going to review the question types, all right? You told me that you have mastered the first 3 types with Mbak Nisrina. Let's see how many actually there are. No chat box? I didn't see any predictions here. Reva, you there? Reva?
Yes, I am.
Reva, can you guess how many question types in IELTS reading?
I
20.
don't know. Maybe 6.
6. All right, just like IELTS listening, now let's check it out. There are actually 10 of them, all right? There are 10 question types in IELTS reading, everybody. And you don't need to, and all of these question types, it's all about skimming and scanning, all right? Now, let's see the first one. Very quickly. The first one, it's about multiple choice. The first type is like this. 1 right answer among 4 options. The second type is like this. 2 right answers among 6 options. And this is the third type. Next, we have short answer questions, just like in the listening. No more than 3 words, 2 words, something like that. Question type 3, sentence completion questions. If it's about completion, it means, what does it mean? Completion.
Fill in the blank.
Yes, it can be filling the blank like this, at the end, in the middle, or at the very beginning of the sentence, or you have to match like this. Next, we have notes, table, form, summary, flowchart, or diagram completion questions, just the same as number 3, but it's specifically constructed into a diagram. Talking about diagram, in IELTS writing, there are 6 diagrams, right? Line graph, bar chart, pie chart, table, maps, and or flow chart, or we can call it procedure or process. Next, we have, yes, no, not given, or true, false, not given. Now I'm asking you, are yes and true the same?
Pardon, sir?
If the instruction, imagine in your real test you got yes, no, not given questions. Can you answer the yes question with true or not?
No,
Why not?
it should be in the same, in the exact word as the instructions.
Exactly. So although yes and true might mean the same, but they are a different instruction. So please be careful with this. All right. And can we just type it down or write down the first letter? For example, Y for yes, N for no, and G for not given. Can we do that?
No, I think no.
No. Don't you dare. Okay? Just it's not that hard to write down yes in complete word. Next, we have classification questions. What does classification mean, everybody? Any ideas?
Grouping?
Yes, grouping like this. Okay, you have 4 options and 4 options or even more. Okay. I'm sorry, Sandra. I think my voice is echoing from your own.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, no worries. Number 7, it's about matching, right? This is the hard one for me personally, just because you have to read all of them. You have to read the full paragraph, the first paragraph, and you need to sum up the idea and match, the heading or the opinions inside of that paragraph. So you have to really, really, really be good at skimming. Question type number 8, choosing headings, just the same like number 7, matching, but we have to decide the most appropriate and accurate title or heading for every single paragraph. Number 9, I think we have scanning and identifying location of the information. I think this is the most easy one, just because you can go and do it very fast with by scanning method, right? By having the particular or specific certain words. Last but not least, we have labeling, a diagram which has numbered parts, just like this. All right, I think that's enough. I don't want to talk alone. Now let's see your skimming and scanning skills. Okay. Okay, before we go with the real passage. Oke, sebentar, ada yang masih masuk ke Zoom kita. Tara dan Aldo. Okay. All right, before we practice the whole package of IELTS reading test, just like this, 3 whole passages, 40 questions in 1 hour. Before we do that, I think we have to break down one by one, right? So for your information, there are 3 passages in 1 hour. So ideally, each And every passage, you have to finish it in how many minutes?
20.
20 minutes, exactly. And we're going to practice that 20 minutes for the first passage about South Pole Adventurer. But before that, before we do this very long passages, let's practice with a simple one, just to ensure about your comprehension, whether or not you're already having a basic or foundation of skimming and scanning. I'm going to share with you this passage consisting of four paragraphs and 4 questions. Okay, please open our WhatsApp group. Oh no, can you download it from the chat box? I'm going to try to attach the file here. All right, just give me a sec. Oke, silahkan di-download. Saya sudah melampirkan dan mengupload PDF-nya. 2 halaman saja. Halaman pertama adalah passage-nya, 4 paragraf saja, dan halaman kedua adalah 4 pertanyaannya. I know that you have done the multiple choices with Mbak Nisrina beforehand, but now I just want to see how. I want to prove what Acha's talking about regarding paraphrasing. Apakah kita memang nggak perlu paraphrasing di Ielts Reading? Nanti kita buktikan sekarang. Sudah di-download semuanya, silakan berikan saya thumbs up apabila sudah di-download successfully. Kita mulai sama-sama. 4 soal ini kira-kira kalian bisa kelar dalam berapa menit? Targetnya 10 menit. Itu kebanyakan ya. Kalau bisa less than 10 minutes. I think the teacher's not Nisrina back then. Whatever, Acha, whoever. Yes. Okay, I also really don't know all the teachers at Kobi Education, so that's why. Okay. Alright, sudah di-download semuanya? Kalau sudah, aku mulai timernya. Oke,
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. IELTS number what again, please?
IELTS number what? What do you mean IELTS number what?
Did I just download the wrong one?
Oh, really?
Are you meant the Google Drive that you sent?
No.
No?
Oh, sorry. Memang lacking of instructions. Jadi Google Drive yang aku kirim di WhatsApp kita itu adalah bank soal, teman-teman sekalian. Itu bank soal. Jadi yang belum tahu, resources kita itu kan dari Cambridge. Sudah ada 17 series, ya, yang belum tahu. Jadi Cambridge itu, IELTS Cambridge itu adalah resources yang paling mirip dengan real test IELTS. Di situ sudah aku share resources-nya untuk kalian self-study. Karena waktu kita nggak banyak, jadi tolong self-study-nya dilakukan independently. Jadi sudah ada 17 series dari IELTS Cambridge. Masing-masing series itu tolong dikerjakan dari yang terbaru. Cambridge 17, baru 16, baru 15, dan ke bawah. Karena yang terbaru yang paling mirip dengan real test paling terbaru juga. Di setiap series itu ada sekitar 5-6 paket soal full. Satu paketnya itu ada 4 skill, semuanya ada. Jadi setiap paketnya itu ada listening full, reading full, writing full, sama speaking full questions-nya. Jadi bisa dikerjakan di rumah. Kalau mau tahu stabil nilainya udah band berapa. Aku berani ambil real test ketika sudah habis semuanya. Ketika itu sudah dikerjakan semuanya, kita tahu statistik nilai kita itu di berapa. Oke, 7 kah, 8 kah, atau kalau belum stabil, jangan berani-berani dulu, sampai stabil dulu. Oke? Tapi sekarang, sebelum melakukan itu, kita masih mau latihan scanning sama skimming dulu, Tara. Filenya ada di chat box. Oh, karena Tara baru masuk tadi ya. Oke, aku kirim ulang ya. Atau teman-teman boleh bantu kirim ke WhatsApp grup kita.
No, it's
Oh.
okay. I got it. Thank you.
Alright, cool.
Jadi soal iOS yang sebenarnya itu tidak mirip, tapi nanti pasti akan diperbarui kan. Misalnya mungkin pernah ada IELTS 18 gitu untuk tahun 2023. Berarti kalau ada IELTS 2018 berarti ketika kita tes ketika kita tes hanya akan mirip tapi tidak akan persis, ada yang persis sama gitu, tidak akan kan ya?
Yes, it's up to the IELTS questions makers and creators, but I think the essence is about your comprehension and scanning and skimming regarding IELTS reading. So you don't need to have a very exact kisi-kisi like your teachers gave you back then in your schools. I don't think we have that kind of system here. I assume sudah semua di-download. Silahkan aku stopwatch. Target aku 10 menit, tapi kalau bagi yang sudah dikerjakan silahkan ketik dan di question box, di chat box, sorry. So I know, okay, kalau Sandra, Tara sudah bisa mengerjakan 4 soal ini dalam berapa menit. You have 10 minutes to do this. Multiple choices start from now. Good luck, everyone.
Excuse me, sir. Should we just do the 4 questions?
Yes.
Only 4.
Pardon, Alia?
Only 4 questions, right?
Yes, 4 questions. Let's wait for the other, for your friends, yes? You still have 1 minute and 10 seconds. All right, time is up. Congratulations, Sandra, Aldo, Yeti, Clara, Alia, Tara, and Acha for having done your 4 questions so in time, on time. But remember, just because you finished up earlier doesn't mean you got it right or accurately. That's why let's check your answers together. Yang lain berarti I assume belum selesai, nggak apa-apa. Sedapatnya aja dulu. Landy, how many questions have you got? Landy?
I have completed 4 questions.
Nice. Litani?
I'm still 2.
It's okay. Thank you. Sabrina? Okay. Thank you, Reva. Sabrina, you there? Oke. Now, sekarang kita buktikan apa yang dikatain Aca, katanya nggak perlu paraphrasing. Sekarang kita cek, apakah di sini memang tidak ada paraphrasing, atau sebenarnya paraphrasing itulah yang menjadi strategi di reading untuk mendapatkan jawaban yang benar. Oke, seperti lesson dari Aca, kita harus baca questions-nya dulu daripada passage-nya. Jadi setelah dapat passage, jangan dibaca dulu, tapi baca pertanyaannya dulu. Cepat aja, number 1, silakan Landy, please read the first question.
In paragraph 1, the writer suggests that companies could consider.
Okay. Do you think you need to do skimming or scanning for number 1?
I think both of them, but more scanning.
Both of them? Yang mana yang di-scan?
Yeah.
Which one do you scan?
The first paragraph only.
Exactly. Paragraph 1 ini yang kita scan. Yang di-skim yang mana?
Sama, first paragraph.
Of
Is
course.
it like seperti dia?
Right? Karena kita nggak tahu suggestion apa yang disarankan oleh writer, makanya kita harus baca cepat semuanya, satu paragraf itu. Tapi letaknya kita udah tahu, ini hanya di paragraf 1. What about second question? Litani. Litani? Litani, you there? Okay, I don't think Litani is here. Reva, you there?
Yes, I am.
Reva, would you please read the second question?
Okay. Skill team is an example of a company which.
Okay, so do you think you need to do skimming or scanning in this number?
Scanning the
the word skill team
Exactly.
and scheming in the in the second paragraph.
Mhm. Uh, yes, you're right. Tapi karena udah dapat skill team itu yang kita scan. What about number 3? Yeti.
It's scanning. We refer to the bridge jobs definition.
Exactly. You immediately looking for the words or the terms bridge jobs, right? And where is it located, Yeti? Which paragraph? Paragraph 3, right? Last question, number 4. Aldo, please.
David Storey studies found that
Skimming or scanning?
scanning for David Storey.
Exactly. Dan another insight that we can have the takeaway is that most likely jawabannya itu urut, guys. Kebetulan di sini cuma 4 paragraf, 4 pertanyaan, jadi dia coincidence masing-masing satu jawaban. Tapi sebenarnya di real test juga semua jawabannya itu urut clue-nya. Jadi kalau sudah dapat jawaban nomor 1 di paragraf 1, line kedua, most likely clue untuk jawaban nomor 2 itu setelahnya. Jarang sekali sebelumnya. Jadi mereka sangat urut. That's another takeaway or insight that we have to understand. Sekarang kita buktikan paraphrase-nya. Silakan diketikkan jawaban kalian untuk nomor 1, A, B, C, O, D. Number 1, here. Alpha, Reva Bravo, Alpha, oke, Yeti Delta. Yang lain? Sudah ada 3 variasi jawaban. Ada lagi? Oke, sebelum kita ke mayoritas yang menjawab Alpha, kita ke Yeti dulu. Yeti, kenapa Delta? Equipping older workers with new skills. Why? Yeti, you're not audible.
Yes. I'm actually looking for. I'm going back and forth to the PDF that you shared. That I have to scroll down and scroll up. So I saw it from the last sentence. So retaining the services of older workers may mean employing them in different ways.
Okay. You think that is the clue for choosing Delta?
Well, theoretically, as the previous instructor mentioned, it's ideally from the first or second sentences, but I'm not sure why I answer D. I just refer to the last sentence.
Okay. It's not absolute, Yeti, that when the question is about suggesting something, the answer or the clue must be in the very first sentence or at the very last sentence. No, it can be in the middle. But the point in here that I want to prove to you is that the power of paraphrasing. Karena kalau kita nggak jago paraphrasing, nanti bakal salah jawab. Sekarang kita lihat jawabannya Yeti. Equipping older workers with new skills. Equipping older workers with new skill. What does it mean in Indonesian, Yeti?
Memberikan pelatihan atau memberikan not pelatihan. Membekali para pekerja yang sudah senior dengan skill yang baru.
Oke. Yes, membekali pekerja yang udah senior dengan skill baru. Apakah kalimat itu statement itu sama dengan ini. So retaining the services of older workers may mean employing them in different ways. Retaining the services. What does it mean, retaining the services?
Mengembalikan.
To keep.
Apakah mengembalikan services pekerja yang udah senior artinya memperkerjakan mereka dengan cara yang berbeda? Apakah artinya kita memberikan mereka new skills? Apakah kita artinya training mereka new skills?
Not necessarily.
Exactly. The paraphrasing is not match, Yeti. So your clue sama option D itu nggak correlated. That's why that is not the answer. Be careful. Karena most likely option A, B, C, dan D itu semua dimension. Mirip-miripnya dimension. Tapi kalau kita memaknai paraphrasingnya, ini mirip nih, ini jawabannya, bakal sering ketipu. Ini dulu makanya aku sering dapat 4 pre-test readingku, karena semuanya mirip gitu, padahal pengecohannya di paraphrasing. Sekarang kita coba yang alpha. Sandra, kenapa alpha? Apa paraphrasing yang matchingnya? Yang match.
It is mentioned that it is implied actually, but
Oke. Jawaban alpha adalah abolishing pay schemes that are based on age. Kalau ini jawabannya pasti sudah ada diterangkan di passage dengan paraphrase words or not. Kita buktikan mana yang ada keterangan atau clue. Abolishing itu artinya apa sih, Sandra?
Menghapus.
Menghapuskan pay schemes.
Menghapuskan skema pembayaran berdasarkan usia.
Exactly. Now please look that clue in the first paragraph. Which one?
Takeaways based pay scales and older workers may become much more attractive employment proposition.
Exactly. So abolishing is paraphrased by
takeaway.
Takeaway. Based on age is paraphrased by
seniority based.
Pay schemes is paraphrased by
pay scales.
Exactly. Dan kenapa walaupun mention kenapa ini jawaban yang benar, karena seolah the writer suggests that companies should consider apa, berarti harus yang baik ya. May become much position. What does it mean? Sandra?
That it is giving more benefit.
Exactly. That's why it is suggested for by the writer for companies to consider with, right? That's the right and more accurate paraphrasing. Acha, yes. Any objections from you?
I actually want to ask some question. I don't really understand the meaning behind employment propositions, because when I look it up in the Google Translate, it only translates to proposisi. But I don't really know what is the meaning of employment propositions, or is it like the attraction of employment, or
may become a much more attractive employment proposition. I think that is actually the policy or the new regulation, like agenda, some changes. Why does it matter? That's why you don't need to, you don't need to be confused with one particular word. Okay? I also don't know proposisi di sini maksudnya apa ya. Soalnya maknanya konteksnya bisa banyak. Tapi yang penting adalah take away seniority based pay scales ini sudah jelas udah ada di alpha. Tapi kenapa ini yang disarankan oleh penulis? oh di sini sudah tertulis may become much more attractive. Attractive itu kan artinya positif, right? It's not detrimental. Detrimental itu bad, ya kan?
Yeah.
That's right. Jadi nggak perlu, you don't need to know all the meanings, all the definitions of the lexical resource in IELTS reading. Okay? Yang penting employment preposition ya pastinya itu related to companies, right? Companies policy, companies regulations, companies changes to make it better, whatever. Nah, ini poinnya adalah si ke paraphrase. Makanya tadi Aca bilang nggak perlu paraphrasing di reading, aku langsung kaget karena padahal paraphrasing itu penting. Karena passages-nya sama jawabannya memang pasti di explicitly or implicitly stated, tapi tetap pakai paraphrasing. Karena di situ seninya IELTS. It's all about paraphrasing.
Yeah, but Heidi, I think the statement comes up when we actually ask about then what is the difference between true, false, and not given, because sometimes it's kind of have a blurry line, so we don't have really know what to answer. I think
You're asking
that's
another issue. Yes, you're asking another issue which we are going to do after this. Right?
Alright.
But now kita coba luruskan dulu strategi skimming sama scanning kita.
Alright, thank you.
Go through false not given yet. Alright, dan Reva, tadi jawabannya Reva adalah bravo ya, Reva ya?
Yes, actually I don't know why I chose the answer.
Piece rates itu juga di-mention sebenarnya di sini, tapi kenapa itu bukan jawabannya? Any ideas? Avoiding pay that is based on piece rates. Kenapa ini bukan jawabannya? Any ideas? Nih, piece rates.
Just mention the piece rates often earn less. So it's actually worse.
Exactly. That is actually the opposite or the contradictive daripada soalnya. Soalnya kan yang disarankan, oh berarti yang baik-baiknya saja. Piece rates ini yang something that is not good to be applied for. Dan itu juga berlaku di Charlie. Jadi semuanya itu seperti itu. Kalau aku sih cari yang paling mirip. Kalau udah dapat kayak Alfa nih udah obviously itu udah jelas banget. Aku nggak perlu buktikan kenapa Bravo, Charlie, Delta salah. Tapi karena kita masih praktek, kita masih latihan itu. Tapi nanti di real test nggak perlu. Kalau sudah yakin ini udah jelas banget sih paraphrasingnya udah mentok, ini udah bagus, move on, leave it and move on. Okay? Karena 1 jam untuk 40 questions dengan 3 passages yang panjang seperti ini, that is really a lot of work, right? Okay. Now, number 2, please.
Heidi, sorry.
Yes.
Can I have a question? This is a little bit out of topic. This is about the preference, actually. I'm kind of person who likes to write something or underline something on the paper test. But for the IELTS, are they similarly like TOEFL? Are they 2 kinds of type of tests like IBT and paper-based?
Yes. IBT and IELTS are 2 different things. They are equally difficult and struggling, but we are focusing on IELTS. In IELTS, yeah, there are 2 test types. There are actually 3 for your information, Yeti. Paper-based tests, computer-based tests, and home-based tests. Is that what you are asking?
Yeah, correct.
Yes. And you're not alone, Yeti. I'm also exactly like you. I prefer handwriting to typing. That's why I chose paper-based tests, which is really detrimental in my writing part. But anyway, kalau di paper base memang enak bisa coret-coret ya. Dan apa namanya? Tapi di computer base juga sudah ada highlighting, coloring. Seperti di pretest Kobi, layoutnya sudah bagus, samping kiri kanan soal dan answer sheet, tapi di real test sudah bisa highlighting, bisa underlining, jadi bisa stabilo, dibuat seadil mungkin seperti paper base. So you don't need to worry about that. Tapi menurut aku kalau paper based test itu kelemahannya di writingnya, karena writingnya kita capek ngapus-ngapus, right? Enak kalau typing tinggal delete atau backspace. Tapi enaknya paper base di listening kita dapat ekstra 10 menit untuk memindahkan jawaban. Tapi kalau di computer base listeningnya nggak ada ekstra waktu memindahkan jawaban, 2 menit. Makanya harus multitasking. So you have to really be careful with this preference.
Okay, thank you, dear. Thank you for the heads up.
You're welcome, Yeti. Now please type it down your answer for number 2, A, B, C, or D. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Oke. Yang lain ada yang menjawab beda selain Charlie? Oke, kalau sama semua, I wanna go with Clara. Clara, why Charlie? Skill team is an example of a company which allows the expertise of all the workers to be put to use. Bolehkah dicarikan paraphrasingnya? I was going to answer B, Aca. Why, Aca? Tapi pertama kita dengarkan dari
Because it is stated that skill team which has re-employed any of the early retired. I think that's the highlight.
Okay. What's the paraphrasing for re-employed? Re-employed sama dengan
to be put to use.
Yes, to be put to use, allows to be put to use itu sama dengan re-employed. Kalau all the workersnya di paraphrase apa?
Early retired.
See, that's exactly right. The paraphrasing located. Thank you, Clara. Now let's go with number 3. Landy belum nomor 3 ya?
Baca.
Landy sudah jawab nomor 3.
Nomor 3 belum. Sudah selesai. Sudah selesai 1-4.
Oke, silakan yang lain diketikkan jawaban untuk nomor 3-nya. Oke, delta semua ya. Ada yang beda? Oke, sebelum itu Aca, kenapa initially jawab B untuk nomor 2? Allows people to continue working for as long as they want. As long as they want?
Yeah. Initially, I don't really put attention to the statement as long as they want. So I just really choose B because I saw the first group of sentence allows people to continue working, but I don't. But as I rethink the answer, as long as they want is not actually the proper answer.
Yeah.
Because they can only work until 60, I think.
Exactly. For as long as they want itu terbantahkan oleh up to the age of 60. So that's not the right answer. Dan juga people itu masih general. Karena di sini dia bilang specifically the early retired who wanted to go. Berarti older workers. See? Be careful with this specific or general paraphrasing. Acha, well done. It's good that you change your answer. Number 3, Delta. Let me check siapa yang jawab Delta. Tara, why Delta?
Okay, so what was it? Appeal to distinct groups of older workers. Okay, so the first sentence of the third paragraph mentioned that the best way to tempt the old to go on working may be to build on such bridge jobs. And then, other than that, it also mentioned that nearly half of all men and women who had been in full-time jobs in middle age moved into such bridge jobs at the end of their working lives.
Okay. Now, I want you to look for the paraphrasing.
Okay.
Distinct groups. Mana kata kunci distinct groupsnya? Distinct. Appeal to distinct groups of all the workers.
Itu bukan middle age moved itu. Middle age moved blah 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 at the end of their working lives. Berarti?
No. Are you sure? Nearly have a man and okay.
Oh.
That's not really it.
I think it is the best bit.
Gradual transition, I think.
Gradual transition. Which one? Gradual transition?
There?
The second line.
Gradual transition from full-time work to retirement. Okay. That's also not it. Everybody, what is the synonym for distinct?
Special.
To differentiate.
Yes, differentiate. Ya. Oke, berarti coba ada yang lain deh.
I think there seem to be two very different types of bridge job holder.
Exactly this one. Right? There seem to be two very different types of bridge job holder. Two very different types itu sama dengan appeal to distinct groups. I also don't really know appeal di sini Indonesianya apa, but I know itu artinya maksudnya dia membedakan distinct groups, differentiate groups yang menjadi dua, yaitu those who continue working because they have to, dan grup yang kedua adalah those who continue working because they want to, even they could afford to retire. So this is actually the paraphrasing. Okay? Be careful. Ini mungkin kebetulan, benar, tapi paraphrasingnya nggak dapet. Ini coincidence, beruntung, lucky, benarnya. Nanti kalau sudah passage yang panjang, yang bisa membantu adalah paraphrasing. Cari paraphrasingnya, biar yakin. Alright, next number 4. Silahkan diketikkan jawabannya. Number 4. Charlie, Landy, Charlie. Bravo, 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 bravo. Clara, bravo. Charlie, bravo. Oke. Ada 3 bravo, sisanya Charlie. Ada yang lain? Oke, Alia. Bukan, sebelum Alia. Oke, yang Charlie, Yeti, siapa lagi? Landy ya? Landy Charlie ya? Landy?
Yeah, yes.
Oke, Landy dan Yeti minoritas ya, Charlie. Landy dulu, kenapa Charlie?
Because I don't find any increasing data, I think.
So, because you don't get any clues, that's why just Charlie. Is that it?
Charlie, yeah, because in this passage, ini 70 in pakai bahasa Indonesia aja ya. That Britain 70 business started by people over 55 survive compared with an overall national effort only 19. So I think bukan increase, if I'm not mistaken.
Bukan increase. Tapi di sini increase jawabannya.
Sorry, kenapa aku C? Increasing number of, sorry, salah. Kenapa? Karena di passage-nya iya, orang-orangnya itu 70% middle age ini itu bikin bisnis sendiri dan 55 survive gitu.
Oke.
Jadi fokusnya tuh di situ dan dia nggak ngelihat B tapi sih. Oh, older people are good at running. Nah, kenapa nggak B menurutku? Karena dari, if I'm not mistaken ya, dari 70 ini compare with an overall itu only 19% ya, ini kayaknya sih yang nggak bikin B.
Oke. Thank you, Landy, for sharing your thoughts. Going back to Yeti, why Charlie?
Why Charlie? There was story from maybe there was a, I'm not sure if it's this correct or not, but can you go back to the text, please?
Sure.
The increasing number, it may refer to the job, if the job market grows. So I think maybe I was wrongly referred to the job market. It's supposed to be the what is it? The people, the increasing number of the people that is growing instead of the job market. Maybe. So I don't know.
Oke. Kalau nggak nemu paraphrasing-nya, kita tuh tend to nggak yakin, guys. Kita tend to, ya udah dah, yang penting jawab aja. That's not strategic. Harus tinggalin ruangan IELTS-nya dengan aku yakin dapat 30 benar. Aku yakin kayaknya 10, aku nggak yakin 10, tapi yakin 30 benar. So I think I secure 7. Gitu loh. Nah, gimana cara dapat feeling itu ya? Harus bisa dapat paraphrasing-nya. Coba ke yang jawab Bravo. Siapa yang jawab Bravo? Alia. Silakan Alia.
Bravo. Older people are good. Bravo. Older people are good at running their own business. Yang sebelumnya, the text please. Often they will be self-employed. Sometimes they may start their own business. Rather than a study by David Story dari situ, from the statement.
Oke. Yes. Coba kita baca soalnya dulu ya, guys. David Story study found that, menemukan apa nih? Right? Berarti scanningnya sudah kita dapat. Di sini scanningnya study by David Story, right? Dari Warwick University menemukan bahwa di Britain 70% bisnis yang dimulai oleh orang-orang yang berusia di atas 55 tahun itu survive. Berarti bisnis orang tua, 70% bisnis orang tua di UK itu berhasil survive. Dibandingkan dengan rata-rata national rata-rata nasional yang hanya 19%. Gitu. Dari data ini, kita bisa simpulkan bahwa secara nasional, apapun umurnya, itu yang bisa survive cuma 19%. Muda, tua cuma 19%. Tapi kalau kita narrow down the data or the statistic, the number yang dimulai oleh variabel orang tua, 70% succeed loh. 70% survive. Nah, kesimpulannya yang benar adalah
B.
older people are good at running their own businesses. Gitu. Dari data itu. So it's just about reading the data. Dan kenapa bukan Charlie? An increasing number of old people are self-employed. Apakah ada keterangan bahwasannya number orang tua itu meningkat yang self-employed? Mana yang menyatakan angka orang tua yang self-employed itu meningkat? Tolong dicarikan Yeti sama Lendi. If the job market grows more flexible, the old may find more jobs that suit them. Often, they will be self-employed. Memang ada kata-kata self-employed, ya. Sometimes they may start their own businesses. Tapi mana yang menyatakan orang tua yang self-employed itu angkanya meningkat? Nggak ada. Right?
Hi, dear.
Uh-huh.
I think they mistook it with the 70% of businesses started by people over 55 and then forgetting the fact of survived. So at first, when I read this, I was terkecelek juga gitu karena
The trap yang mana? Yang ini?
Yang 70% of business started by people over 55. So we forgot the fact that it survived, but we only see the first time we read it, we only see the 70% of businesses is owned by people over 55. So we don't actually see the positive impact of that. We only see the percentage of people starting business over 55 of age.
Oh, I see. Iya, 70% bisnis yang dimulai sama orang tua itu survive. Itu tuh bukan berarti angka orang tua self-employed itu meningkat. No, right? Tapi 70% itu survive. Bukan ada peningkatan orang tua yang self-employed 70%. No, that's not it, right? Jadi salah baca aja ya, 70%-nya itu milik siapa. So be careful next time, right?
So in this regard, Haider, we do not find the paraphrasing technique here, but we refer to the statistic.
Okay. What do I mean by paraphrasing is not only about changing the words by synonyms or structure. It's also about implicit meanings. Paraphrasing it's all about having different sentences but the same meaning, right? Nah, data itu, dengan bilang data itu maknanya sama dengan bravo. So it's all about paraphrasing. Tapi definisi paraphrasing itu nggak cuma hanya synonyms dan restructure, tapi yang lebih advance-nya lagi seperti ini. Dengan data. Tapi kesimpulannya sama. Paraphrasingnya sama. Older people are good at running their own businesses. Right? I think that is my definition. But if you don't think it's the definition of paraphrasing, karena lebih it's about summarizing the data, okay, it's just about the levels. But I think it's included in the advanced paraphrasing system, Yeti.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. I think that's all about skimming and scanning dan paraphrasing. Karena yang paling penting itu paraphrasing untuk meyakinkan kita ini jawaban benar. Dan tenang untuk melanjutkan ke angka nomor soal selanjutnya. Setelah itu, kita masih punya waktu sekitar 32 menit. Kita coba yang paling sulit ya, yaitu true, false, not given. Apa sih bedanya false sama not given itu? Right? Sebenarnya udah ada definisinya di sini, tapi tetap aja kalau sudah sesuai konteks, jadi bingung. Silahkan dikerjakan 3 paragraf ini. Ya, hanya 3 soal. Aku kirim di chat box. Silakan di download.
So, excuse me,
Yes.
how we can paraphrase it well if we don't know each meaning or each word's meaning? If we
It's
don't know,
it's a
if
deadlock, Alia. I cannot really answer. I really cannot answer that question. Karena kamu maksa seakan-akan kalau kita vocabulary-nya terbatas, kita pasti bisa gimana caranya bisa paraphrasing kalau kosakata kita terbatas. Oh, nggak bisa. Soalnya the key of being able to paraphrase or understanding the paraphrasing or the comprehension is by having the foundations of your lexical resource. Makanya aku agak risih kalau masih banyak teman-teman yang fondasi bahasa Inggris itu ada 4 BTW teman-teman. Grammar, vocabulary, spelling system, sama pronunciation. Nah, kalau 4 fondasi ini belum utuh, ya, mau jumping ke IELTS itu agak maksa. Jadi makanya harus fondasinya dulu. Jadi untuk menjawab pertanyaannya Alia, gimana caranya paraphrasing kalau kita nggak tahu semua katanya? Oh, susah. Kalau cuma nggak tahu satu, kayak aku tadi, aku tahu appeal itu artinya muncul gitu ya. Tapi kan di sini konteksnya bukan muncul ya. Tapi aku tahu artinya distinct sama groups sama sisanya gitu. Aku sebenarnya juga tahu appeal itu apa. Tapi di sini translation-nya agak susah. Jadi, tapi masih bisa comprehending. Jadi Alia harus utuhin dulu fondasinya. Bisa dibuka resources YouTube dan Google-nya vocabulary for IELTS. Banyak sekali, ya. I think appeal in this sentence means attract. Attract, you sure? I think it's like apparently. Don't you think? Nah, karena kita punya bahasanya masing-masing kan, kita punya translation kita masing-masing tentang appeal di sini gitu loh. But that's not the point, guys. The point is distinct groups. Two distinct groups of older workers yang ada 2 tipe tadi. That's the point of the paraphrasing from the passage. Jadi,
okay, I understand.
right? Yes. Now sudah di-download soal the life and work of Mary Curie. Silahkan dikerjakan. Kalau bisa kurang dari 10 menit ya. Tadi 4 soal bisa 10 menit, berarti ini mungkin bisa 8 menit. Your 8 minutes start from now. Good luck. Oke, nice, Reva. Litani, apakah sudah? Alright, cool. Now, let's go with number 1. Silahkan diketikkan jawaban nomor satunya. True, false, or not given. Tetot, Tara, Yeti sudah langsung kalah ya, karena tidak boleh di F aja jawabannya. Yes. Alright. Oke, false semua. Apakah ada jawaban lain? Oke, Litani. Kenapa false, Litani? Boleh dibuktikan? Oke, kalau di true, false, not given, bukan hanya paraphrasing ya. Mungkin paraphrasingnya bukan jadi highlight di sini, tapi kita membuktikan kalau benar, mana di passage-nya. Kalau salah, mana yang kontradiktif. Kalau not given, coba dibuktikan nggak ada, mana nggak adanya. Right? Karena tadi Litani, kita mulai dari Aldo dulu deh. Aldo, you there?
Yeah.
Aldo, Mary Carey's husband was a joint winner of both Mary's Nobel Prizes. Why false?
Because with her husband, he only participated in the first Nobel Prize, and the second is for sole winner for Marie Curie.
This one?
Yeah, with her husband, yeah. That's the first Nobel, and the second one, Marie Curie, it was the sole winner.
Okay, so yang mana yang kontradiktif?
The N was then this one. N was then sole winner of the 1911 Nobel Prize.
Sole itu apa?
So sendiri.
Exactly. Ini sudah kita scan ya. Nobel di sini ada ya. Ya, Nobel ini ada 2. Tapi yang Nobel Prize for Physics, siapa yang sendirian menang?
Marie Curie.
Yes, she, ya, Marie Curie-nya. Tapi di pertanyaannya, di pertanyaan yang kontradiktif adalah, kontradiktifnya Sol adalah?
Both.
Both? Mana kata-kata both? Oh yes, both.
Join.
Dan join ya. Yes, itu kontradiktifnya Sol. Nah, jadi hati-hati teman-teman dengan adjektif, kelas kata adjektif maupun adverb itu bisa kontradiktif ternyata di sini. Mungkin ada yang baru tahu sole itu ternyata artinya single ya, atau independently ya, sendirian ya. So be careful with this kind of advanced words. That's why the first answer for number 1 adalah false. Number 2 silahkan diketikkan jawabannya teman-teman. True, false, or not given. Oke. Not given. Oke, Sandra true. Sisanya not given, not given, not given. Ada yang jawaban lain? Not given. Sandra dak-dikduk nggak jadi minoritas sendiri?
No, I'm pretty confident with my answer.
Oh, wow, I love your confidence. Oke, silakan Sandra dibuktikan kenapa true.
Because in the article, the second paragraph 1, it is mentioned that from childhood, Mary was remarkable for her prodigious memory, and at the age of 16, won a gold medal on completion of her secondary education. So it is pretty aligned with the statement in the questions, which mentioned that Mary became interested in science when she was a child.
Yes, from childhood itu sama dengan she was a child, paraphrase-nya, yes. Science, mungkin kita bisa paraphrase dengan prodigious memory, maybe. Tapi apakah yes, Aca? Kenapa, Aca?
I actually wanna counter the statement,
Go
but
ahead.
if you want to explain it, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Aca. Please help me to debate Sandra now.
All right, sorry. I think yes, this is the statement stated from childhood, but it's not specifically stated science. And also at the second sentence, and at the age of 16, won a gold medal on completion of her secondary education. The secondary education she took was not exclusively only to science, because as we all know, secondary education, we also learn about physics. We also learn about PE, PKN, maybe English, and sort of all of the lecture, but not only specifically on science, I think.
Oke. Poinnya Aca adalah prodigious memory itu belum tentu sama dengan science. Aku juga bingung sih, apakah prodigious memory itu sama dengan science atau tidak. Sebenarnya jangan hanya berpatok sama satu clue itu, karena ada clue lainnya. Sekarang from childhood memang sama dengan was a child. Aku juga bingung prodigious memory itu. Menurut aku setuju sama Sandra, prodigious memory itu bisa kita linkkan sama science. Tapi yang membuat aku kurang setuju sama Sandra adalah apakah was remarkable itu sama dengan apakah was remarkable itu sama dengan interested atau tidak?
But if that's your argument, and Acha as well, don't you think that your answer should be false, not given, because there is actually a statement on that issue, but it is just contradicts
Okay.
From the between the statement in the question and the statement in the article.
Yang kontradik yang interested.
Yes, because the issue here is when she was a child, right? In childhood, right? So actually the statement is there. It is only whether it agrees or it contradicts, right?
Yes. Oke. Sekarang apakah kontradiktif atau not mention at all? Oke, sekarang menurut aku, sekarang kita bahas, sebelum kita Google prodigious memory itu apakah sama dengan science atau tidak, boleh dibantu teman-teman yang lain, prodigious memory itu apakah sama dengan science atau tidak. Tapi yang aku mau highlight di sini, apakah interested itu sama dengan was remarkable. For me personally, I don't think they are the same. Just because you are good at science doesn't mean you enjoy learning it, right? You know what I mean? Ini kita sudah dapat soalnya di listening sebelumnya. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean you like that subject. Maybe based on our logic, you can have both ways. But we are not talking about our logic here. We're talking about the passage. We have to refer everything in Ielts reading test to the Ielts reading passages. That's why, karena was remarkable itu sama dengan good at, tidak sama dengan interested in, tidak ada keterangan bahwasannya Mary itu punya passion atau interest dari kecil tentang science, makanya tidak dimention. Yang dimention adalah she was good at science when she was a child. Itu baru true. Kalau false, kontradiktif, she was not good at science when she was a child. Itu baru kontradiktif. Tapi kalau interested, tidak ada satupun clue yang menyatakan bahwasannya Mary itu interested in science di childhoodnya dia. Yang ada, she was good. Bukan she was interested in. I think that is the tipping point here.
Because I think what I got from the previous mentor about this particular type of questions. If the meaning of not given is when there is nothing mentioned at all about that context. So, like if it is talking like the second statement here, uh, there will be nothing at all in the article talking about Mary's interests, Mary's doing um, things in science or whatever Mary's good at when she was a child. So I think we already have a context here actually talking about what s- she was good at or what she's interested in when she was a child. It's just the statement after that phrase, which is the problem, right? So
Yes.
that's what I understand from the previous mentor.
Yes, I agree with you that not given means if there is no information on that. But
Can I add something? Maybe?
yes, yes, go ahead, Tara.
Okay, so in my opinion, the sentence was talking about how remarkable was her prodigious memory. Prodigious memory is right like a exceptional memory, like extraordinary. So Mary has a clever mind. She can easily memorize the subject. But it was not mentioned, the statement not mentioned when Mary started to interested in science. Until then, so we cannot justify that the answer is false or true because it is not literally mentioning about science at all, as well as interested when she was a child.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Tara, for helping me out. I'm already killed by Sandra. But anyway, Sandra, Tara itu udah nge-tackle bahwasannya sains berdasarkan prodigious memory itu tidak ada hubungannya dengan sains. It's really far away. Tapi Sandra, aku harus luruskan walaupun menurut mentor sebelumnya not given itu artinya nggak ada konteks sama sekali. No, I don't think it's like that. Not given itu bukan berarti nggak bahas sama sekali tentang science aja. Tapi bisa aja not given itu kayak tadi di sini interested, padahal di passage-nya was remarkable. Nah, those are two different definitions. Walaupun masih satu konteks, tapi kalau sudah a different definition, it's considered as not given. Jadi makanya aku bilang we have to be not denial karena not given itu bisa aja dipelintir sesimpel interested versus good at. Jadi hati-hati dengan adjektif.
I see.
See?
Okay.
Aku juga bakal terkecoh karena aku juga bakal kayak Sandra bahwa menganggap science itu sama dengan prodigious memory karena kayaknya ini paraphrasing gitu ya. Tapi yang aku benar-benar ini kayaknya kecohan nih, was remarkable sama interested. Jadi kecohan di Ielts tuh even sesimpel ini guys. Aku merinding sampai soalnya memang aku experiencing myself, dia tuh ngecohin dari kata-kata solo, tadi soul ya. Solo versus double, sesimpel-simpel itu. Karena kita kadang nggak aware akan details orientation seperti itu. But I think that's why we have to learn from that mistake. That's why we have to be really, really careful with the small adjective and adverb. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Acha. Thank you, everyone. Last but not least, number 3. True, false, or not given? True. Acha misspelling, yes? True. Ada jawaban lain?
Wait, Haider, may I ask something?
Sure.
It is true that sometimes the sentence, the context, the statement in the passage sometimes like mentioning so similar what it was stated in the questions. So sometimes we also got it confused. Oh, I think this is like Sandra has mentioned before, like there's no context at all, but it has context actually with a little bit clue, but actually the answer is not given. So you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
actually, yeah, but the answer is not given. We are for sure that the answer is false, but somehow the answer is become not given because of the things. I don't know. I also confused about not given and false sometimes. The question, sometimes the passage is too long, right? So we don't have really much time. Oh, this is the paraphrasing. We don't immediately, we cannot just immediately find the paraphrase words if we are running out of time, right? So almost like, oh, I guess, yeah, right. Just sometimes so confused, and and that is the big problem in the real exam.
Yes, I feel you, Tara. But I think the essence of false, it's all about contradicting the information or backlashing the given information from the passage. But if we cannot find the proof of contradictive statement or backlashing idea, it's not considered as false. Instead, it can be considered as not given if there is no information at all. Tapi tadi Sandra kan denial ya, dibilang ini tuh masih ada konteksnya, tapi kata mentor sebelumnya pokoknya not given tuh kalau nggak ada pembahasannya sama sekali. No, no information. The definition of no information itu bisa jadi kayak berdasarkan mentor sebelumnya tidak dibahas sama sekali, atau konteksnya masih ada, masih dibahas, tapi dipelintir adjektif atau adverbnya. Yang dibahas adjektif A, tapi yang ditanya adjektif B.
Itu jadinya not given atau false kalau yang dipelintir kayak gitu.
Not given dong, kan bukan backlashing.
Tapi kan kita jadi mikir itu contradict with the passage.
Oke, di sini kita langsung buktikan aja. Was remarkable adalah adjektif yang artinya was good at, right? Tapi pertanyaannya adalah tertarik, kegemaran, preferensi. Nah, ini kan sudah, jadi apakah kalau di sini tulisannya di passage was good at, oke, tapi di questionnya.
Kalau seandainya questionnya begini, Mary became interested in prodigious memory when she was a child. Misalnya science-nya diganti prodigious memory. Literally there. Was the answer still not given?
Yes. Karena again, interested versus was remarkable are two different definitions.
Oh, I see. So if the passage mentioning blue, and then in the questions, what I was ever got.
Blue.
Jadi saya pernah juga ada contoh kalau misalnya di soal itu disebutnya blue, terus di pertanyaan apakah green, apakah itu contradict ya?
No, contradict itu not blue.
I see. Ya.
Jadi yang kontradiktif itu kalau Mary was not good at memory when she was a child. Tapi kalau green is not contradicting the blue, hanya saja ngomongin hal lain, which is not.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Ronaldo is typing. Hi dear, is it true that in this type of question there will always be at least one of true, false, and not given? Or is it possible to not use either one? Oh my God, I'm not the Ielts questions maker, everybody. But based on my experience, taking the, doing all the questions in Cambridge 1 to 17, selalu ada representasi. Kenapa Tara freezing? Is it my connection or Tara's? selalu ada representasi Ronaldo. Tapi tidak ada jaminan, there is no guarantee harus equal representasinya. Tapi berdasarkan soal-soal yang aku kerjakan dan di real test itu selalu ada representasi, tapi kuantitinya tidak selalu sama, belum tentu sama. But I don't think jangan hanya kayak gitu langsung. Oke, aku sudah dapat nomor 1, 2, belum ada representasi true, makanya true. Walaupun di sini memang kunci jawabannya true, ya. Tapi jangan kayak gitu, please. Itu hanya dilakukan kalau sudah kepepet. But we are not practicing the emergency situation. We're practicing to get the paraphrasing idea, right? The skimming and scanning idea. Yes, thank you for the tricky question, Aldo. But again,
I'm sorry, Hayden, because the previous mentor said it is true that it will always be at least one answer of them. So if there's if there's 10 question and you only use false and not given, at least one question should be true. She said.
yes, that's an emergency.
Yeah, okay.
Backup plan. But are you planning to do that? No.
No, of course not. But I want to just to make sure of it.
Yes, but honestly, speaking with you, I did that strategy before in my real test. That's why I only got 7 on my reading. But please don't follow my path. I think you still have time to practice your skimming, scanning, and paraphrasing, and proving whether or not it's backlashing, contradicting, or not given at all. Tapi yes, representasi selalu ada, tapi we don't know the quantity. Soalnya question true, false, not given, atau yes, no, not given, itu nggak cuma 3, Aldo. Tapi 6, 8, 5, ya kan? Jadi kita nggak tahu true berapa, false berapa, not given berapa, tapi representasi ada. But that's the backup plan. We don't need to practice the backup plan or the emergency situation. It comes naturally. Now let's focus on this one. I think our time is almost up. We only have 1 minute left. Silahkan Reva, are you still there? Boleh dibuktikan kenapa 3 true? Mary was able to attend the Sorbonne because of her sister's financial contribution. Di mana paraphrasingnya?
Okay. Actually, I just followed the pattern because, yeah,
Glad
it
to
is
know.
false, not given, and true. But I dropped. The answer is false because the sister is not. How to explain it? The sister is just feel her promises kayak.
Bentar, Reva jawabannya true atau false?
Sebenarnya true.
Oke, tapi mau diganti menjadi false.
Bukan, kayak jawabnya ragu juga kalau dia itu bisa jadi false.
Oke. Oke.
I feel like the sentence will be more fit if it is like that. Soalnya
Reva, coba dibaca yang aku blog loudly.
Okay. From her earnings, she was able to finance her sister Bronia's medical studies in Paris, on the understanding that Bronia would, in turn, later help her to get an education. In 1891, this promise was fulfilled, and Mary went to Paris and began to study at the Sorbonne, the University of Paris.
Berarti jawabannya true atau false? Oke, belum yakin juga.
If I follow the pattern, it is true, but I feel like tapi kalau misalkan Nomor 3 itu state-nya kayak Mary was able to attend the Sorbonne because her sister fulfill her promises.
Oke, di
I
sini
think
sudah
we'll give the I think
ini Reva, karena waktu kita sudah habis.
this answer is true.
Iya, jadi sebenarnya yang bayarin duluan itu si Mary-nya. Mary-nya bayarin duluan saudaranya untuk ke medical studies di Paris dengan harapan, dengan understanding that saudaranya si Bronya itu intern bakal apa intern itu? Intern gantian membantu si Mary Carey untuk mendapatkan pendidikan. Di tahun 1891 janjinya this promise itu janjinya si Brownnya itu was fulfilled atau dipenuhi, dan akhirnya Mary pergi ke Paris untuk memulai studinya di university itu. Jadi jawabannya true atau false?
Yeah, it's true maybe. Yeah, because
No maybe. Mary was able to attend. Yes, it's true ya. Karena dibantu sama sister financial contribution. It's really obvious. I think our time is up. I'm so sorry that we haven't got the time to do this, but I will share with you the file. So please, if you still have spare time, do the first passage, yeah? Number 1 to 13 first. If you want to go and do all of them, go ahead. And I'll give you the answer key and the band descriptor conversion. Thank you so much for coming today. Please come tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be our last final session regarding materials and discussions to review IELTS Speaking Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Thank you so much for coming today. I'll see you again tomorrow evening. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, Arden. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.